Hello everybody and welcome to Delfino. My name is Becky from Ride-A-Bee Plays and I am so glad you're here today. Today I am building my Able Sisters platform. I'm doing a very basic ForestCore theme. I am just starting my second island. I don't have a lot of resources or materials, so it's a more minimalist approach. However, even if you're a basic player, a child, a new player, I definitely think you can do these kind of things as long as you have a 3-star island. So I am terraforming. I'm moving my Able Sisters up to the second level. And I like to have a really big space. So here you'll see me terraforming, and you might peek a villager or two in the back. You can kind of see my island is a little bare bones. Again, this is my new island, Delfino. This is my second island. I do have a 5-star island on my Switch Lite. This is my regular Switch, my new island, and I'm super excited. I don't really have a solid theme for this island at the moment. It definitely is kind of piecemeal, but I'm learning and playing and having a great time and learning some skills that I wanted to share with you. So here you can see that there are some basic shapes kind of forming out of these rocks, and that's intentional. Right in between where Able Sisters and my Nook's Cranny are now is where I intend for the staircase to go. So right in that little nook, that is where the staircase will go. I'm rounding out all my edges. I just think it looks more natural and more time worn when those edges are rounded. So that's where my staircase will go. And I like to have lots of water features. Water is one of my favorite things, both when I'm traveling on vacation and while I'm playing Animal Crossing. So I try to include water in almost every single section of my island, and you'll find that I include water here as well. When it comes to actually decorating, you will notice that I don't seem to know exactly what I want, and that's true for every single build of mine. I never have an exact view of what I want. I always have sort of a rough idea of what I want it to be like or look like, and so the actual design or the actual placement of objects around the Able Sisters was not something that I had planned out in my head. So you'll see me do some trial and error here to figure out exactly how much space I want available in the back, how many waterfalls and where I want them placed, and then the actual object placement will be trial and error as well. One of the things you might notice about me in this speed build is that I seem to struggle with depth perception. I don't know what it is, but I know how to plant a tree, and for some reason my brain just cannot wrap my head around it. I know that this tree will fit here, and I know that I can make it work. It's just funny to watch myself in speed trying to figure out how to have my water feature and my tree when clearly it's big enough. some items to have closer to my build. I don't like to have my pockets too full, just in case I have to move trees and flowers and whatnot. So here I'm just still playing around with what I want the back to look like, and I love having these items so close to me that I can just grab them and run right back up. So that's one trick of the trade that I would say I recommend doing. Bring some greenery that you can layer and have some items that you think you might want kind of handy, and I like to actually place them so I know exactly what I am picking up when I'm ready for them. Alright, so it's the next day. I am a time traveler. When I am building, I just want to finish things. I don't typically travel more than a day or two, but I will if I'm going back for star fragments or something like that. I do sort of do it randomly. I do also, depending on how much time I have for villager hunting, I might, if a villager's moving out, I might hold it on a certain day until I have enough time to villager hunt. Adults, when they're playing this, sometimes have time constraints, just like kids. So I'm not opposed to time traveling, and actually I quite like playing in the rain. I think it brings a really cool feel to the island, and so I didn't bother time traveling a second day. But I did time travel just so that you could, and I could, see where the staircase and where the front door actually ended up and figure out what I want the final project to look like. Again, I am not using really very hard to find materials. I'm not using any fancy QR codes. These are all things that you can get fairly easily in game. And because, again, I don't have very many hours on this island, I wanted to make something that anybody could make, and I hope that you feel inspired to start a ForestCore theme should you choose.